Alright, what's going on, guys? Gonna do a quick toolbox tour of my main boxes. Got a couple snap-on. These are Cobalt boxes, Harbor Freight boxes. Start here on the top. Got a massive flashlight collection. Streamlight, XD lights, Blue Power, Mac lights, Cyclops lights, Astro lights, K-Tool lights. These pod lights by Power Probe are really nice. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but definitely a nice light to have. Moving on down, will be all my pick drawers, radiator picks. These are a must-have, and just random different size picks. O-ring saver picks. These are really nice. Got a nice flat edge so you don't ruin the pick. Over here is just safety glasses, gloves, just random odds and ends. Down here is all my drill bits. Got different kinds, short bits, long bits. The spring tool set. This is an awesome set to have. Gives you a good center punch, knocking out rivets, getting into a hard reach place. And just extractors. Over here is more of my Milwaukee stuff. Got the big 1/2-inch high torque, love that thing. Drill. This little screwdriver gun from Harbor Freight is awesome. Next one down, these are all going to be electrical drawers. This is all my tester stuff. Got the Power Probe short detector, Power Probe, just a little multimeter, 7-way test light plug, that's a must-have. Then next down is battery testers, test lights, different types of test lights. Then more of kind of the same Power Probe soldering iron, relay pullers, terminal cleaners, retractable leads, tape, liquid tape. Use these for marking hydraulic lines, or if you're doing multi-connectors, you can use those to mark that. Next would be all the connectors, just different types of connectors and heat shrink tubing, different things like that. The next one down is all blow molded cases. This is a nice case from Cornwell. Just pulling out the pins on relays, or not relays, but on terminal ends. All the different kinds there. Not going to go through all these, just kind of give you a gist of what's in here. Different rethreaders, pullers. Pretty sure that's a AC leak tester. Different drill bit ends, extractors. Over on this side, got all my punches and pry bars. Just different odds and ends, mostly by Mac, some Harbor Freight stuff, Cornwell angled bars. Next drawer down is all my hammers and stuff like that, different types, brass hammers, sledgehammers. Down from that is all my like grease, tape, epoxies, Loctite, different things like that you might need. Next down is all my bigger sockets and funnels. Just some for hub ends. Bought this, never really used it, but planned on using it for my car when I do that. Over here is just more files and cleaning brushes, stuff like that. Next one is tape measures, digital caliper, micrometer, temp gauges. Next down is kind of blow tools, a couple of panel tools when I need those. Next down would be all my brake tools, brake pedal depressors, slack adjuster tools, different sizes. If you do brake S-cams, brake springs, those are amazing for that. Next down would be like airline, pinch off pliers, stuff like that. These cut big hoses flush, popping out air fittings. Down here is just kind of like a random catch-all. I got stuff for blocking off air lines and hacksaw, C-clamps, different blades and stuff in there. Down here is all my bigger pipe wrenches, oil filter wrenches. Got a large adjustable in there. There's a large C-clamp down there. Basically it for the drawers on that. Then I got my locker. It's got my new Milwaukee light. I just bought this thing. It's an awesome light. Good front of the trucks. My stereo. Just got a new angled drill. It's the only thing I don't have in Milwaukee is an angle drill, but it's DeWalt, it works. Just different chemicals, sprays, markers. Got a little roadside bag here, first aid kit. I just keep paperwork and stuff down there. Over in this one, it's a snap-on top box. It's got all my Torx, little screwdrivers, Allens, nut drivers, different ends for my bit driver, different bits and odds and ends like that. Next is all my Torx drivers, Torx bits, pretty much a little bit of everything on there. And then is all my air tools, air hammer, air ratchets, cut off tools, all my different odds and ends for those roller lock discs. And this is my bigger ratchet stuff. This 3/8 or 3/4 ratchet by Easy Red's probably one of the best things they've ever made. Extends out 3 feet. Good for getting those bigger bolts that don't want to break loose. I got my snap-on 3/4 as well. And just different torque wrenches. I don't do much for torquing stuff down with these, but got them if I need them. Down here is all my standard wrenches. Got these gear wrench extra longs. Those are nice to have. Then gear wrench, I got a couple Max here. And this is all my metrics ones. I got the Platinum from Mac. Good long reach ratchets. Didn't want to pay the gear wrench price for those if I'm not using them all the time. Next down would be all my pliers. Just a wide range of pliers. Some Mac. Forget who makes these, but these are a good set of snap ring pliers. Some of my mini pliers. You're doing those hose clamps that like to be a pain in the butt sometimes. Those are excellent for that. Bought these Easy Red pliers for getting into hard to reach places. Those are a nice little handy tool to have. Get in there, nice little angle. Get what you need out. Don't use those often, but it's one of those tools when you need it, you have it. Next down is all my jumbo wrenches, angled wrenches. Go from 1 5/16 to 2 inches in here. Then all my angled wrenches are just from 3/8 to 1 1/4 and 8 to 19. Got some metric bigger wrenches, don't use those much though. Here's just socket overload. Need to go through here. I got a tool grid for this one, just like I did in my cart here. I'm gonna do that up in this one. Get that all organized. More blow molded cases. Got my Steelman pressure tester for coolant systems. Just a cheap 1/4 inch set. Got my torque multiplier down here. There's an inspection camera, riveter kit. That's your basic stuff in there. Over here is all my adjustables, different sizes. I bought these because they're good for getting leverage on something. They're flat on this end, where you can get some good grip on it. Down here is all my stubby wrenches. I got the stubby ratcheting wrenches, normal, some thin wrenches by Vim, different moon wrenches. Next would be all my rethreader stuff. Just got Irwin and a cheap Pittsburgh one. And then some of my larger taps and dies and stuff. Next would be pullers, different types. Got my slide hammer in there, different pullers, different teeth. Steering wheel puller. Texas twister for the air hammer is amazing. These long bits for it as well. Those come in handy a lot. Down here is more blow molded cases. This is more of your punch for races and those. I know there's it's a leak down tester for AC work. More pullers and stuff in there. Just odds and ends. The cart kind of went through earlier, but I'll just kind of go back through it. Most of my sockets, I got Blue Power up here from Cornwell. These are all Pittsburgh, just cheap ones. Got gear wrench through here. Some of these are GM Performance Tool. Didn't see those around a lot, so I like that set, so I kept them. Blue Power for my impacts. These I bought through Gray Pneumatic. These are really nice. Good set to have. More gear wrench for my mids. These again are all just random PT tool, Mac. That's another Mac. Just random tools. Then you got your O2 sensors, your kind of like an O2 sensor too. Spark plug sockets, don't use those much. Oil filter socket, different driveline sockets, those are must have. Bought this from Gear Wrench. This is just like a multi-pack from OEM Tools. All your different drain plugs, different things you might come into. Don't use them much. Got it for mainly this one and this one, but it's a good little set to have. It was cheap, so picked it up. Down here, most of my pliers are Mac, Knipex. Those are really nice. I got snap-on wire cutters. Everybody knows those. Those are awesome. Just pair of Dorman flush cuts, like having those. Vampire grips. Those are a must-have. Extracting screws that are rounded out. More nip picks, the flush ones. So next would be just ratchets, extensions, stuff like that. Most of these are either Gray Pneumatic or Gear Wrench. Down here again, just impacts, Milwaukee's, pry bars. Got some serpentine belt tools. Those are nice, getting them on the big trucks. Over on this side, I guess this is going to be kind of like a shop tour. Got different T-handle Allens. I got my Torx T-handles. Bought just the Harbor Freight cheap set, then took those out and put the T-handles in. Bought those from Cornwell. It's a really nice set. Just kind of my little workbench table, you know, keeping notes, stuff like that. Put this little box in here. This has got mostly my scrapers and stuff in there. I'm not going to undo all that. Then more fluids, knee pads, stuff like that, welding jacket. These are all my little parts bins. Just keep spare parts, you know, stuff that you might need. Rags, stuff like that. Alright guys, well I think that'll about do it. I also got a little cart from Monster Mobile. It's an awesome little cart. Got all my little stuff in there for gasket maker, Loctite, stuff like that. Alright guys, I think that'll about do it.